and welcome to my pick a card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you today. So please pull up a chair, get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather around my table. For today's pick a card topic, we are looking at a situation, a contact on your mind, and we're asking what action are they going to take in the next 30 days? Will they reach out to you? If it's a no contact at this moment, are they going to reach out to you? And what sort of action will they take over the next 30 days towards your connection? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 here with the elixir of life and the red flower. Pile number 2 with the bloom card and the sunflower. Pile number 3 with the Can You Hear Me card and the white flower. So whichever pile is calling out to you, there may be messages waiting from Spirit today, and I'm going to jump into pile number 1. I also want to welcome back my beautiful subscribers and thank you all for all of your comments below as well. If you are new to the channel, we would love to have you join our beautiful soul family here. And I do offer a chance to win a free reading with me as a thank you for your presence on this channel for my subscribers. And all you have to do is drop your comment below any of my readings this month for your chance to win, and be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you that you are chosen the winner and we can get the ball rolling. But for today's pick a card topic, in this connection on your mind, what action will they take over the next 30 days? Will they reach out to you? Pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3. Hi, pile 1, you were drawn to the red flower. You're also drawn to the elixir of life, and this is your reading. The connection on your mind, will they reach out to you over the next 30 days? What actions will they take towards you over the next 30 days? She's taking a moment to stop and smell this beautiful red rose, which is truly a symbol for me of stopping to smell the roses, taking a moment in this in-between to empower yourself, to flood yourself with good thoughts and good feelings and self-care. So there's also perhaps a lot of insecurity that you're feeling because maybe they have been a little bit incognito and they haven't been reaching out to you. Maybe it's a no contact at this moment. So Spirit just feels the insecurity creeping in, and this is their way of telling you to give a moment to yourself, to empower yourself at this time so that you can stay on a higher vibration. What can you expect over the next 30 days with the person on your mind? Are they going to reach out to you, and what actions will they take? Pile number 1. Please take the messages as they resonate and leave behind those that do not feel right to you. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Hierophant. We have the 3 of Cups. For some watching, this could have began in sort of like a school environment, maybe a work environment, something like that. I'm getting a very strong sense of schooling. We have the Emperor coming out with the Death energy. We have the Queen of Swords. Back of the deck, we do have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the Judgment creeping out as well. So I'm getting this feeling of like somebody who has not made things clear, like their intentions are not clear in the past. I feel like the two of you have had a lot of fun together, or you have flirted a lot in this connection, but the intentions haven't been 100% crystal clear in this moment. And even in this moment, like there's frustration surrounding that. So there's almost like these pearls of wisdom, literally the pearls coming out that are unraveling with what they've shown you up to this point. There is an emphasis here on Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. A lot of Aries energy for the Divine Masculine as well. 2 of Wands. And I feel like the attraction was very mutual and there was a lot of intensity to it. Like I feel like the two of you really hit it off from the very beginning. And that's why perhaps it's kind of creeping in with all of this anxiety about, you know, why all of a sudden are they kind of pulling back? Why are they keeping me guessing? There is such a strong emphasis for you, pile 1, though, on having fun in this moment. They don't want you to be entirely distracted by what's happening in this connection because they feel like it's casting such a pallor on how you're experiencing things. Like there's a frustration brewing. Almost like maybe even an irritation starting to grow inside of you too, where you're like starting to get irritable. It's like at first you were just worried, but now you're starting to get frustrated and irritable about how they've pursued you. And it doesn't feel like there's been any promises made in this connection. Like, it doesn't feel like, you know, you two were in a heavy, you know, committed relationship and they just disappeared. It feels like maybe a sort of a flirtation back and forth, maybe sort of a group friend situation where there's a lot of people around going out. But you thought that there was something different about this connection? Aries energy. And I'm getting a sense of like an age gap here for someone watching as well. And this could go either way. The age gap could be between the masculine being older or the divine feminine being a little bit older, but I feel like there could be an age gap. Here is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius for the divine feminine, and the Magician. And the Four of Wands, back of deck, Wheel of Fortune. Now, the good news for you, Pile 1, is that luck is on your side when it comes to further contact within the next 30 days. This person has some type of intention to come forward because they do feel like there are still a lot to be explored, or there is still a lot to be explored in this situation. But I will say they are sort of still, even if they should be someone who's moved into like a sort of a more mature mindset, I feel like this person's still a little bit restless and kind of holding on to that youth, or holding on to a non-committal attitude, but they do have intentions to come forward, and I do feel like there's going to be a contact that comes in. But because there's frustration brewing inside of you, you may, depending on how you're feeling in that moment, you may not receive it very kindly, or you just may be very cautious about how you approach the next chapter of this connection, but things are going to move in your favor. I'm also getting a secondary message, because we are reading for the collective today, that in some cases the divine feminine may get frustrated enough that she may take charge here and she may reach out. She may be the one who takes the reins and sort of reaches out in this situation, which will ignite this person's realization of like, oh, well, yeah, there's more to pick here. It almost feels like this person has just really been distracted. And maybe they're distracted by many different things, but distracted in general. I really don't think that they are intentionally trying to frustrate you in this moment. I don't think that that's happening. But you may not be taking it in that way. You may be like, this is frustrating. It is intense for me, and I don't like the way that this feels. So there is a sense of like this energy of like under pressure with the diamond. You know, diamonds are forged under pressure, and there's this splitting apart of the diamond. So even in this in between, there's a lot to think about. Even with the knowledge of, yes, they are going to reach out within the next 30 days. This is like a launching pad. And Spirit says that when it comes to the communication in the next phase, you may be the one who's like, you know what, we're going to kind of take charge here. I'm going to take charge of the communication or the flirtation between the two of us. So things will move in your favor. But now you have to decide what you want to do once that does move in your favor. What actions will they take, please? We have here the Dream. Something will be revealed, an insight and a breakthrough. I'm just going to cover up the nudity on that card. If you hear a noise in the background, it's just my dog snoring, so just ignore him. We have here the Winter's End, regeneration, rebirth, and a positive outcome for you. But it is number 16 of the Tower, and again, they're highlighting epiphanies that you've had during this in-between, when you have a chance to stop and smell the roses, to empower yourself. Because when you're feeling empowered, you tolerate less baloney, or you tolerate less BS with other people. Like when you're feeling empowered and you're feeling in your element, you're not going to tolerate less than what you deserve. And so you may be weighing some of these truths that you're experiencing right now when they do reach out to you within the next 30 days, because there's a lot of reflection here being asked of you. Because here with the Death energy, when it comes to this divine masculine, there is the potential for this to shift away from what's happening right now. It's going to change form. But I feel like you've been very triggered by how you've been feeling in this connection up until this point. So there is a sense of you really making a discernible decision about what you want in this situation when this moves forward. But there is clarity coming. But the truth is that Spirit's actually saying that there's clarity coming in for you right now, just about them and the sort of position in life that they're holding, you know, what they're available for, what they're willing to offer you. A lot's being revealed to you in this in-between, which is also going to empower you when you take a moment to stop to smell those roses. Back of deck says healing, reconnection with your true nature. So in this moment, that's exactly what you're being called to do. When we can't reconnect with others, we're being asked to reconnect with ourselves. Pile number 1, please. What will happen over the next 30 days? We have here, inspire others and let nature be your greatest teacher. I feel like that energy is coming in, especially for those who may be bold and take charge here with communication and reach out to this person. Either way, they're saying over the next 30 days, things are moving in the right direction. We're still up against a little bit of a brick wall, but they're also saying that part of this momentum could be that you're going to put more pressure on this person to prove themselves in the future. Caution, tread softly as to not disturb the woodland floor in this moment, and branch out into new worlds. Ultimately, when you are in delays, you don't have to wait for this person to go out and have fun. And that's what they're saying, that when we're feeling frustrated and we just keep seeing ourselves in the same position, frustrated, waiting for something, we might as well shift our energy and apply ourselves elsewhere. And they're encouraging you to do that. Oops. Advice for pile number 1, please. We have here, honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. So when we have the opportunity to connect, whether we reach out to them or, again, they're going to reach out to you, they do have intention in this moment. It's important for us to not mince our words. It's important for us perhaps at that moment to be bold and take charge of the flirtation so we don't get kind of sucked back into fruitless flirtation. Like we're talking a lot, but there's no actual concrete plans being made. Back of the deck says, love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation, which is interesting because they just brought my attention to the white rose of hope here, and they're applying it as a contrast to this empowerment rose. It's like we actually empower ourselves through having faith in the outcome that we hope for. So luck is on your side, but you're also being cautioned to perform a lot of reflections during this in-between and to make sure that you're going out and having fun and not waiting around for the phone to ring. In the bowl today, we have the 8 of Wands coming in the reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Death energy, so things are moving in the right direction. There is going to be the opportunity for a rebirth, but there's a frustration in this delay right now. So the frustrating delay, though, is perhaps going to work in your favor because you're going to go out and have fun. And when you're out having fun, you're going to meet new people. And you're going to be able to contrast how those experiences make you feel in contrast to how this energy is making you feel. So even in the delays, things can work in our favor. We have in the bowl Z and Y and S and V. We have here the Divine Feminine. The big flat shell reminds me of the Empress energy. We have no matter where. And they're really highlighting like we should stand it up, like standing on our own feet. We also have patience with the Knight of Pentacles with this stone here. And also perhaps somebody who's going to have to kind of prove themselves in the future. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. I'm praying for you. If it does resonate with you, please consider subscribing to the channel. Please hit your notification bell, your like button. It helps me to bring you guys more content. Be sure to check out my link below for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello. Pile number 2, you are drawn to the yellow flower. You are also drawn to the bloom card, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, what actions will they take over the next 30 days? Are they going to reach out to you? And what actions will they take beyond that? The bloom card here, it's all about your empowerment during this phase. You can see all of her braids are kind of floating upwards. And there's this concern about what other people are experiencing or other people's opinions. And Spirit just is encouraging you to sort of step into your own element at this time. There's this powerful energy around you and around your heart and what you have to offer. And that's what Spirit is encouraging you to really focus on in this moment. This could also be a beautiful sign about what is to come. The ability for this connection to move into something more powerful. I'm going to be using the Tattoo Tarot for you in this moment. So for pile number 2, please, what actions will the person on their mind take? Will they reach out over the next 30 days? And what actions will they take? I keep hearing that Super Bloom song by Mr. Wives, and they keep saying resilient little thing. Wheel of Fortune, a beautiful place to start. We have the 8 of Cups. Ten of Coins. Are they going to reach out over the next 30 days? actions will you take? The Strength. The Queen of Wands. Back of the deck is the King of Wands. There's the Three of Coins. And let's clarify this as we go forward. Oopsie daisy. Emperor energy coming through. The Empress. The Five of Cups. The Page of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, and we have the High Priestess. Back of the deck is the Ace of Swords, and we do have the Nine of Cups. Now, I am getting a very interesting message here for you, pile, too, because I feel like you're almost going to be kept waiting beyond that 30-day mark. Slightly beyond that 30-day mark. But they're also talking about, in some ways, they are kind of protecting you for some reason over this next 30 days. But there's an intention surrounding the slight delay that I'm feeling. I just feel like you're going to be kept waiting, but you're still going to be kind of holding space for this person. Now, what's very interesting is that while you are waiting, it feels like you have another chance to maybe have an opportunity that comes in. It's like maybe someone else comes forward, but there's some type of opportunity that comes in while you're waiting. And this makes it feel like your arms are full by the time that opportunity shows up, when this person communicates with you slightly beyond that 30-day mark. It's like when it rains, it pours, because now you have to weigh out some options about what you're experiencing. Because it's almost like the delay is a part of your wheel of fortune. The delay that you're experiencing is a part of this process to get you into a new timeline, to end like a 10-year-old cycle, perhaps for you as well. Because it's like while you're waiting, there's more abundance coming in than you realize. It's like while you're waiting, there could be another opportunity in love with a brand new person. Now, what's interesting is that both of these people could both be fire signs. Aries energy, we have the King of Wands here, so Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could also be a fire sign. Lots of Leo energy here. But your higher self just knows something you don't about the delay, and that's why they're saying, you know, focus on your bloom, focus on being resilient, focus on your clarity, because even in the delay, you're getting a lot of information about this person that perhaps you're going to use in the future. Because even the Eight of Cups with the Empress, it does speak about sort of emotionally walking away, emotionally shutting down, and oftentimes the Divine Feminine will emotionally shut down well before she leaves physically. I feel like, to be honest with you, Spirit's kind of protecting you for someone else. It's like there's a plan in place for you, and there's somebody who's a part of your plan that's supposed to be a permanent fixture or supposed to be a long-standing fixture, and they're protecting you for that person. We have the Sun. But there will be clarity. I just feel like there's going to be a sting to the clarity because it might come in slightly beyond that 30-day expectation. And there's the Queen of Swords. Eight of Swords and the King of Swords. And there's the Tower. There could be some type of even like epiphany that comes in with an offering. Like there's some type of reality that changes everything. Some type of moment that's going to happen over the next 30 days that's actually going to test your resolve of your focus on this connection. So things are shifting for you over the next 30 days, but the shift may not be because this person has been the one to create it. The shift seems to be coming from an outside source that's coming in. But it sort of opens up your eyes to something brand new, and you may not want to even go back, if I'm honest. You may not even want to return to that past because you're in bloom. There's going to be some type of breakthrough for you, for your abundance. And that's why they're asking you for strength in this moment and asking you to be resilient when it comes to how you're feeling at this moment. They want you to feel good and feel secure because that's the solution to all of this abundance rolling through. And they're excited about it. We have here, rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. And that's what they're asking you with the Ten of Coins, is to feel secure in yourself, to feel secure with what you have to offer, because it's obvious what you have to offer. We have here, practice compassion, see things from a fresh perspective. And that's what they say is coming in with the Tower energy. That's what they say is coming in with the Tower energy for you, is there's going to be a fresh perspective. There's going to be a brand new opportunity within the next 30 days that shifts your perspective on this connection. And they feel like it's going to be something that does work in your favor as well. What actions will they take over the next 30 days? So their actions might be a little bit like, yeah, there's the Hermit. Their actions might feel very, very limited. And it almost feels like an act of self-sabotage, but it also feels like a part of the plan. We have the Search, feeling lost, confused, and lonely in this moment. But even within that emotion, there's a lot of information available to us if we really reflect upon it and find the solutions. We have purification through water, emotional cleansing, and rejuvenation. And, you know, wait, the back of the deck has been flipped. The back of the deck says attachment, letting go of restrictions and fears, and perhaps letting go of the expectations, perhaps letting go of the attachment here, because you may be exploring something new elsewhere during this in-between, while you're waiting and while you're delaying. Advice for pile number 2, please. You have go with the flow. As water trickles down the stream, do not hurry. So even if there's a slight delay to this person contacting you, they are going to contact you. There is going to be some type of communication that comes in, but you're all of a sudden in a very sort of smug situation. You have sort of all your options open. And then you, with the Queen of Swords energy, get to weigh out those options. You get to discern which path you want to take. And there's path. Wander on the path less traveled, and what you find may surprise you. So this is a path that has been traveled a little bit, perhaps, but traveled nonetheless. Something new is happening, an event is happening, opportunity is coming in for the next 30 days that encourages you to go down a separate path. And what you find down that path may put you into bloom. May make it so that you're going to rise above, or allow yourself to rise above the concern of what this person would think. Remember who you are. Remember your roots. And I keep hearing that Super Bloom song, just that says, you know, just like Mama made you. You're strong just like Mama made you. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. Please, for pile number 2 over the next 30 days. 2 of Cups, whoops, out of the bowl. 6 of Pentacles reversed, out of the bowl. So it's like we're not feeling a lot of support. It makes us start to worry and start to feel sort of a regretful energy. It makes us feel very unsatisfied because of that lack of communication. And it makes the foundation a little bit shaky. There's setbacks that we can see as a part of that. We can look at it as setbacks, or we can see again the preparation that Spirit's creating for us for something more abundant. So there's a reason for the setbacks. We have here the blue star. I think it's blue, could be pink. It's the pink star, the divine feminine, the heart space, redirecting your heart space over the next 30 days. Transition. We have V. We do have some type of clarity coming in, though, with the connection on your mind. A little, I feel like a little bit beyond that 30-day mark. We have GV. We have the stethoscope and prescription. There could be a hospital nursing connection, or the heart space could be the prescription. Clearance of the heart space, trusting in your intuition. Your intuition is going to, your higher self, High Priestess, is going to be spoon feeding you information during this in between, and spoon feeding you perhaps opportunity, a prescription. When I think about that, I think about, you know, the best medicine is meeting someone new, getting back out there. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. Hope it resonates with you. Spirit feels like your next 30 days is going to be filled with something. So they're excited for it. They hope that you're excited for it too. But if this resonated with you, we'd love to have you join our soul family here by subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. We would love to have you come back here, and make sure you drop a comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. And be sure to hit your notifications so that I can notify you when you're chosen the winner. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below as well. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3, you are drawn to the white flower. You are also drawn to the Can You Hear Me card, and this is your reading. Will the person on your mind reach out to you over the next 30 days, and what actions will they take towards you? You can see her hand is on her hip, and it looks like she's losing patience. She's holding on to sort of a little conch shell in her other hand, though, which would suggest that she could reach out, that she could kind of sound an alarm or sound some type of contact or call out in some way, but she may be waiting for this person to contact her, and maybe she's holding back a lot because the bottom of her looks like this shell that's all curled up. And I think of the High Priestess and how we can't see what's in the bottom of that shell, just like the High Priestess will sit upon information she knows to be true. So there's a lot that you're holding back here, but there's also a lot of hope perhaps here with the white flower. So let's take a look and see. I'm going to use the Grunge Tarot for you today. What can you expect over the next 30 days? Are they going to reach out to you? What action will they take? We have the Four of Cups. I'm getting the sense of somebody applying a strategy to this situation. It's like, and it sort of feels like, I don't want to say games, but you know, it's like we sort of play these little games when we meet people, and it's like I have a certain set of rules that I apply myself to in sort of the dating scene. It's like I have very defined roles. It's your job to do this, it's my job to do that. So it feels like a strategy that we're applying. Even if we feel like we could reach out to them, part of the strategy could be not reaching out to them and seeing what they have to offer. But the strategy hasn't made you feel very good. I feel like the strategy isn't working because you're feeling ignored by the situation. You have the Seven of Pentacles. They're also giving me a sense of like a recorded message that somebody saved or somebody has on their, like a recorded message between the two of you that has maybe we're listening to a lot. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Lovers. Back of the deck, we do have the King of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands. So let's clarify this as we go forward. What actions will they take over the next 30 days? Are they going to reach out to pile number 3? Knight of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. Nine of Wands and the Hermit. Lots of Virgo energy here. Could be a Virgo, this person. Lots of Gemini as well. And the Divine Feminine could be the Gemini energy, because I just feel like the strategy coming from the Gemini energy or the air energy. Libra. The Knight of Wands. Back of the deck is the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords as well, showing itself. So for you, pile number 3, there is this feeling about initiation and taking action here, because we have been waiting. I feel like you've been waiting a significant amount of time for this person to reach out to you. And the truth is that Spirit says we have sort of reached this crossroads where our expectations or whatever strategy we're applying, we might have to make some adjustments here. We might have to apply a new approach, ground our energies in this moment so that we can reestablish hope in a situation or steer ourselves in the right direction. They are suggesting going out and distracting yourself, having fun. And they're also saying that, you know, there are positive results that do await you in communication, but they feel like it's going to be at least 3 months before that happens. But I feel like you've already been waiting well beyond what you should have been waiting. So even that 3-month period may not feel like a huge amount of time for you. Now, there is a sense of, in this in-between, taking action upon relationships that are not as abundant, and this could be coming from their energy. I just feel like the Divine Masculine here is taking a passive approach because they have a lot going on. And that, you know, it could be that they're, again, juggling a lot of things, their career, other, you know, love, whatever it is that's going on in their life. They have a lot going on. And I honestly don't feel like they're not reaching out to you because they're intentionally trying to hurt you. I literally feel like they could have a lot going on in their life. Like they could have had something happen that is like depleting them. And they say that you might feel, again, you might feel a little bit ignored over the next 30 days, but that there is celebration near. And you also may feel compelled to reach out to them. If you don't hear, from them over the next 30 days, you might feel compelled to reach out to them. But even if you did reach out to them and leave a message in the past, and that could be what's happening here too, you could have left them a message in the past, and that could be where the message energy is coming in. And you've been waiting to hear back from them, and you expected to, and you haven't, and that's why now you're being strategic. And now you're like, well, I reached out to you in the past, maybe I was the last one that messaged, and now it's not my job, it's your job to respond. But as I said, this person is, again, perhaps holding back for a myriad of different reasons, and none of them might have anything to do with trying to hurt you or trying to disappoint you in some way. I feel like there is still, again, a delay that you may experience, but they say that there could be a celebration for you or some type of reunion within the next 3 to 4 months. Yeah, Temperance energy. And honestly, this is going to give you a little bit of time to reflect upon the walls that you're building up in this moment. We all build up walls when we're perceiving something as, black and white. We'll look at a connection, and if they're not reaching out to us, we'll apply all sorts of scenarios in our mind as to why. We'll make this assumption that they're not, they're even talking about trailer trash. Like they'll make this assumption about people who are trying to hurt us on purpose, when the truth is they've got a lot of things going on. So there's a sense here with Temperance of spending this time bringing it back into balance. And Temperance is definitely a patience energy. We have the Hanged Panda. And ultimately, here at the Hanged Panda, it's the Hanged Man. It's surrendering to the Temperance. That's what we're learning through this period of delay, surrendering to the Temperance. And when we feel anxious and frustrated and let down, it's about how quickly are we able to readjust and bring ourselves back down to balance, where we feel confident, we start to flood ourselves with self-care, and we learn to enjoy the in-between instead of feeling so delayed that it really irks us and really kind of makes us start to feel resentful. There is a feeling of like empowerment in this position because you're gaining so much information. If you allow yourself, we have the Two of Cups and we have the Ten of Pentacles. The truth is that I do see a favorable outcome. I feel like the two of you could even move into relationships. This period of time in your connection feels more like a literal vacation, where it's like things are not established, but things may be established in the future. But I feel like you might have to wait beyond that 1 month mark. Again, the time frame that we're receiving is about 3 to 4 months time. But there is sort of a go energy towards here, this Lovers and this Knight of Wands. This Lovers can indicate relationships coming in the future, but after a period of patience. We have here, love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of all the wonderful things life has to offer. They're speaking here about like even letting anxiety come in and creating like emotional eating or like making ourselves go back to crutches that we know aren't good for us. We have ask for help. What do you really need? And be willing to ask for support. As I said, it's okay to call out. It's okay to kind of check in. And we have be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show that you care. So especially if you did reach out and they did respond with like, there's a lot going on, this could be a great opportunity to show how, willing to be generous you are, even if it's just offering them patience and time to sort things out. Back of the deck says, be in the present, but dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. You were drawn to the white flower, which is a symbol of hope for me. So Spirit says there is hope in this connection, but don't let the next 30 days and their actions or lack of actions towards you dictate what could come in beyond that 30-day mark. But of course, at that time, whatever does or does not come in, you have the choice to say, I'm going to take action or not. And the Lovers definitely does speak about that, speaks about looking at it from all the angles so that we can make a definitive decision about energy. But I feel like you might say yes to momentum in this connection in the future. They say it may take some time to move this connection from, a fiery, intense connection to a commitment cycle, but with time that's possible as well. We have here peace. Dissolving unwanted and disturbing thoughts. They are trying to offer you that. They're trying to offer you hope when you're feeling really frustrated. Sometimes the Seven of Pentacles can be called the impatience card, and they're feeling like that's what we are really sinking into in this moment. We have a jewel within a teardrop, appreciation and spiritual and emotional reconnection coming in. And an opportunity to rise above with clarity, freedom, and solutions. But even with the Justice, it speaks about that. This is giving us an opportunity to learn how to do just that, to provide ourselves with solutions so that we are free from any limiting beliefs, or free from heartbreak that's temporary and doesn't have to sort of stay, or that doesn't have to influence us overall. We can't control other people's boats, but we can adjust, or other people's storms, for instance, but we can adjust the sails. Advice for pile number 3, please. We have idle hours. Take time to lie in the emerald grass. In uncertainty, the shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift as well, and it will eventually lift, just perhaps not beyond that 30-day mark. Or sorry, not within that 30-day mark. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 3, please. 9 of Swords, overthinking. Lots of 9s here. You're coming very close to the end of this situation, or to the end of the no contact situation that you're feeling. They are saying that we are kind of moving towards a benchmark of opportunity in this connection before this person comes forward, or before there is more contact between the two of you. So they're asking for more preparation. And when they ask for preparation, they're just asking you to prepare your heart to receive. They hope that they can offer you hope throughout this reading. Oh, we got the letter F, P, and T. We have love on a foundation, building upon a foundation. I do feel like this connection could move into the beginnings of a relationship if you choose that in the future, pile 3. Butterfly of transformation, and we also have here the divine feminine. I do think of empowerment and stating your sovereignty. We have a little bit of a burnout, a feeling of burnout in the energy. We have 9 of Wands coming in underneath your 7 of Pentacles. So just feeling burnt out with the delays. And we have no matter where. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Please drop your comments below for your chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.